in the desertification and the biodiversity issues, especially when it comes to the seeds, what we call them indigenous seeds. There are also policy with regard to creating more greenery in the country using indigenous sources without introducing a new species to the environment. Given all of that situation we are having right now, the position is quite impressive, but it is still, we are working toward even a better position in the future.
Recognizing this exceptional achievement, the honorable speakers provided a platform for open discussion that allowed for the audience to ask questions freely and express their thoughts on the subject. Questions were reciprocated towards the audience as an added bit of excitement to the event.
A press conference congratulating Kuwait for its leap on the Environmental Performance Index under the patronage of His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah Al-Ahmed Al-Hmoud Al-Sabah from the Public Authority for Environment. I'm Najla Sadiq reporting to you for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
And coming up next, the new building of Kuwait Credit Bank is in progress. The management arranged for a tour of the location and allowed for questions regarding the project. Reporter Najla Sadiq brings us more in this report.
The management of Kuwait Credit Bank conducted a tour of the new building's premises and invited the press and other selected guests, including contractors, to attend the event. The vice chairman and general manager of the bank made an announcement regarding the status of the project and the expected date of its completion.
Actually, today we are coming to see the update of the progress of the project of Kuwait Credit Bank. And for this occasion, I would like to thank and really appreciate the contractors and the consultant of this project. Actually, we've seen everybody is optimistic to complete this project as soon as possible and on time.
The tour took place during an advanced stage of the project, and welcoming of questions was an opportunity to gain insight of the status of the project. The location was ideal.
A tour of the new building premises of the Kuwait Credit Bank. From South Surrah, I'm Najla Sadiq reporting to you for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
A conference and exhibition on corporate social responsibility was recently held at the Jumeirah Beach Hotel under the patronage of His Excellency Minister of Commerce Khalid Al-Rodhan. Speakers were prominent members of the corporate community. Attendees included senior diplomats, dignitaries, and special guests. It was an opportunity to gain in-depth knowledge on the subject. Our reporter Najla Sadiq was there and prepared this report.
Jumeirah Beach Hotel hosted a corporate social responsibility conference and exhibition under the patronage of His Excellency the Minister of Commerce, Mr. Khalid Al-Rodhan. The event was attended by senior members of the diplomatic community, royal and prominent figures, and distinguished guests. Valuable information was shared on the subject, and the audience cherished the opportunity.
Myself, I'm Jerine James. I'm the event organizer for Promedia International Company, and we've been into this field for the last 17 years for now. And today we are into the third Kuwait social responsibility event, and we are located here at Jumeirah Masila Hotel, and we are very proud of this location, and we are very happy with our exhibitors as well that we have. And this is going to be under the patronage of the Minister of Commerce and Industry.
I'm really honored to be here today to participate in this conference with the Ministry of State for Youth and others on corporate social responsibility. And I think a lot of people don't quite understand what that means. It's actually very simple. It means that companies who are doing business and making profits are giving back to the community. That's really what it means. They can back all different kinds of programs, but particularly those that affect and can benefit youth, whether it's educating youth, developing entrepreneurship among youth, which is very important to the business ethic, or doing social programs to help the community, people who are less fortunate, doing internships and education.
First of all, giving me this opportunity. I'm happy to be here. It's been 3 months that I'm in Kuwait, and I am seeing that Kuwait is playing a very important role, mediating in the region with its humanitarian assistance. And the corporate social responsibility is also very important, because we cannot expect everything from the governments. From corporations to NGOs, we have to help our governments to take a responsibility to reach the people who are in need, and inshallah with that we can as a country develop. In Kuwait and also in Turkey we have big efforts to have corporate responsibilities, so inshallah together we will also do big things in that area.
A good number of Kuwait's corporate community have long applied corporate social responsibility efficiently and continuously, and others are new to the practice. The conference and exhibition was only the third consecutive one held in Kuwait, and it was clearly one with a waiting audience.
I'm here in my capacity as the founder of Himaya. Himaya is a community initiative focusing on the right to health and safety at the workplace. So basically the booth represents the partnership between two different entities, the Kuwait Society for Human Rights and the Kuwait University Staff Association. And Himaya is a community initiative under the umbrella of those two organizations.
Well, they sent an invitation, and I'm really interested in attending this exhibition, which is the third Kuwait Corporate Social Responsibility, and I'm looking forward so that I can transfer anything they teach us today or tell us, so that we can say to the parents or the students in our field, in our school as well.
The Global Social Responsibility Conference and Exhibition brought awareness from around the globe, and the event was a success. The third Corporate Social Responsibility Conference and Exhibition from Jumeirah Beach Hotel in Masila. I'm Najla Sadiq reporting to you for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya, or DAI, held a presentation regarding Faylaka Island. Guest speakers were expert archaeologists, architects, historians, and many more. Attendees expressed delight for the opportunity to gain current information on the island. Our reporter Najla Sadiq has more details in this report.
Critical conservation and the creative economy. The case of Faylaka Island was the presentation held at Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya. Guest speakers were archaeologists, expert architects in historic, cultural, and modern art and developmental studies, and others with engineering and economic backgrounds. Visitors were from sectors of interest to Faylaka Island's economic value.
So we're trying to see how we can manage to preserve all of this, at the same time develop the island for the future. We're looking at this from an academic perspective, so we're just presenting ideas, and it's not in our hand because we're just academics, and so that's the point. So far it's been preserved well because there hasn't been major interventions. I think I am personally worried if there was a major intervention in Faylaka, how will it impact the local community, which lasted until 1990? How will it impact the archaeological sites? How will it impact the tangible and intangible heritage, the spirit of place? This is really important. Faylaka is a very rich place, and I think we can capitalize on it by promoting it as a cultural hub, and that would be extremely unique for the whole Gulf region.
Faylaka Island is a special piece of land that holds a wealth of history. The island was once an outpost for Alexander the Great's army, has Mesopotamian-era ruins, and remains of a citadel. Expert studies are conducted on the island to identify the best approach to its development.
And today I'm here to talk about Falika Island and how it can impact on the creative economy and the growth of the post-oil economy here in Kuwait. In particular, I'm going to look at how the island can contribute economically, socially, culturally and environmentally in the future.
I'm absolutely delighted to be here this evening for this lecture. Falika Island is so unique. You know, it's a truly unique island in all of the GCC. It is rich in culture, and which of course can enhance the existing culture of Kuwait, but also it now has a new life, and that's very important. We can now see how we can preserve its rich heritage and culture, and also introduce some economic development which will support it, secure it, etc. for not just Kuwait but the greater GCC beyond.
With the fragile subject of Falika Island's past, present and future coming together with the added economic and cultural values, Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya was ideal for visitors and guests to engage delightfully.
Critical conservation and the creative economy. The case of Falika Island. From Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya, I'm Najla Sadiq reporting for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
Well, with all these reports, this brings us to the conclusion of tonight's episode of Kuwait in 30 minutes. We hope to see you again same time next week. Our highly dedicated team of correspondents is constantly out on the field, searching for reports that matter most to you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and see you next week with more exclusive and entertaining reports. Have a good night.